brand new season over here at the NABS. This is exciting. We have 34 drivers today. There is a new system. Tier 1 and Tier 2 drivers are in 2 separate systems. This is going to be it for this season right here. We have 2 tiers of teams. It is going to be Audi, McLaren, Braun, Porsche, Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, Leaper, and IRC, or the Indian team. Sorry, I look like Indian Race Community team from way back, dude, in the Tier 1. And for Tier 2, we got Williams, Caterham, we got Volvo, Alfa Romeo, Toro Rosso, BMW, Lotus, Toyota, and Renault. Silverstone, though, that's right. Silverstone for the NABS Season 6 debut right here, okay? And it is going to be lights out, and away we go. The race starts, so let's see what we had from the back lines into T1. Looking absolutely fantastic. Going out into what was, okay, a few cars going out wide. Maybe less fantastic than I thought. Let's see here, coming through the lines. A few cars not catching the braking point at the beginning and catching a few cars on the exit as well. A few spinning out right there from not even the starting grid. Literally a few places back from that. Already one car had spun out. One car went directly, Almerdahe went directly into 13 bot. And then there's going to be a few cars maybe missing their braking points right here. Another one for Almerdahe, I think. There's a right into it. Yo, that is going to be crazy, but what a start from Jorge Caro. There he goes a little bit too wide, but that's all right. Going through lap 1 is getting closed out shortly. I feel like there's not going to be any safety car right here. The Red Bull having to defend. I'm almost out of water. Red Bull's going to be on the defense. Cheese is going to have the crack on his back. And a spin out for Cheese as he gets too much power planted into the rear. Not going to find it. That is a stream curse. The first stream curse of season 6, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Sorry that it had to be you, Cheese. Mostly clean up at the start right here. Philip McCrack is getting very close to 6th right now as he's narrowing in the gap, finding a little bit more rhythm and pace behind the McLaren. As the McLaren finds his way a little bit wide, Phil McCrack is going to be opening up, trying to find it. Goes onto the inside line here. What will it be? Going down the line, finds his way through. Nice little... I know that the wheels aren't working with this and like none of that works, but here we are as Calervo makes his move with the DRS around the outside line. Will he be able to stick it? The extra speed helping with the downforce, and VHP caught in the dirty air, spins out. Calervo now back out into P30, getting to place, getting back in. Now Daniel J in front of him is on the battle with Alex. Looks to get on the inside. Alex opens up the space, but now they're going to be side by side through this next corner where the inside might just be better, and Alex is through with space given for both drivers. The racecraft is clear, and Alex sweeps on over to the inside to try and deter right here a move from Daniel J, but too much speed coming through, and Daniel's going to be able to make it happen. But we also have Phil McCrack who's catching up, and in that moment spins out, was up into P4. And now maybe that was a contact. Not exactly sure. Let's go check it out on the instant replay with a first safety car of the race, first safety car of the season. Safety car is now out on the field as far as I know. And it was Chakota going a little bit wide, getting a rejoin. And as he rejoined, kind of found himself on the same line as Phil McCrack, and then they ended up crashing into each other. Another car going off wide, trying to avoid the collision. Oh, Mitch has pulled that trigger, and we are green back into it. Safety car is out, and this is back into racing conditions. A spin out of the last quarter, pushing it a little bit too hard. He's going to be going back onto the track. Some cars are dodging, some cars are not able to. That was Kranz, and there's another car catching it a little bit too much there. T-Ball finds his way into P1. M. Timmy's Dakota trying to catch it. Side by side right now. Manages to find it back in. Axel Gonzalez and Mitch with Shinso right behind. The other car's opening it up. Shinso trying to get ahead. Mitch trying to get back to his position up at the front of the pack, but Axel Gonzalez trying to hold it down as they go side by side, him and Shinso. Steve Link, Philip McCrack, Piz, and Spider Monkey all up in a line right there as Mitch finds his way through. And Shinso can't defend from that, and he tries to make the move as Timmy's as well, and gets a contact with Timmy's up in the front. And down a position he goes. Unlucky, unfortunate stuff right there. Where did Timmy's come from? Didn't see him there. And then all of a sudden, a car showed up on the outside on the exit as Mitch was making his move. His Exo's now trying to keep his position of fighting along the inside line. Gonna make a little bit of contact right there. Is it gonna be enough? He saves the car, finds his way through and through to T1. More battling is happening here than I can ever imagine in the mid-pack. There is some action going on right here, right now, as the helicopter view flying over. We're getting it going. Timmy's Phil McCrack getting a battle going down. No one's making any mistakes there, trying to keep it. People are getting a feel for the race fuel. If they haven't gotten practice, well, hey, they have now. Mitch goes for the inside move on Shinso. Shinso has to open up the line for it now. Let's get the slipstream for just a moment. Tries to poke his nose down onto the inside, manages to do so. Will there be contact between the drivers? It's very close between them, but Shinso has to let up a little bit. Good move on the inside, a nice attempt from Shinso, but Mitch ends up through, and that is going to be one for him. Rashford on the defense, but won't be able to defend from this on the straight. Too much speed. That dude Guess makes the move out into Brooklyn's ahead. In P5, loses the car a little bit. Rashford adapts to that, directly goes to the outside, prevents that dude from getting the best exit he can, and he touches grass, and into the grass, Rashford goes through that battle. What an unfortunate move, and that had to have been a little bit of a stream curse. Now he's going to have to wait for a couple of the cars to get out before he gets back out onto the grid, and he chooses an opportune time, and that just makes it through. 33.1 from 13 bot, so we're edging down into the 32s very soon. Move from Alex, too much oversteer with the move, and into the wall he goes. What an attempt. We also have a battle going down here for P12. As we have Rashford sending the fakey move, getting Ramon to move in a little preemptively, so he's trying to find a way to get into his head, and it is a full course yellow. The drivers are catching up to the safety car. We have our safety car out on the field. Green, 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 away we go. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. As now DRS is opening up for Sigsta. I'm assuming it's going to be opening up for both of them. As now Mitch jumps into the inside line, Six on the outside. Mitch getting a bit more traction, but Six is just holding it down. And that's what I'm talking about. Tires are getting cooked. Mitch goes into the pits. Dakota goes into the pits. But if there's more holiday, we will be getting into it. And a bunch of drivers going into the pits right now. And a crash. Not only that, but a crash going in. And Sixta and Phil McCrack get a collision jumping on into the pits. Timmy's gets through. So the potential for undercuts is massive right now. Dakota stop and go. 10 seconds for full course yellow Delta. We've got a situation here. End of the race. Safety car restart. Gonna be like 3 laps to go. Oh my goodness. We are green, 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 and away we go, guys, for the end of round 1 at Silverstone here with a safety car restart going on right now. But here we are, starting out the lap, 2 to go, and Timmy's getting spun out right there, losing it on the outside, and he's not gonna be able to get back up, and that's gonna be it for Timmy's. A couple 2 wides happening right here down to Brooklyn's, going down to left field. A few moves happening right here. Some contact, some looseness. 2 leaper cars. It's 3 wide and down to the 2 wide for the moment. But we're continuing on. Have something happen and 1 car goes off a little bit wide. Tries to get back onto the track. The train is still going. And we are still pushing. We're about to get into it for the last lap. T-Ball manages to catch the GRS, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. A few cars within a couple of seconds. Philip McCrack is one of those cars. He manages to get through and makes a pass on Sixta right at the end, but will he be able to hold it? See it right here. A couple of battles. And a contact! And that's going to be Phil McCrack out of the running right there. But in P1, we're getting 13 bot through without any delay. He is through. T-Ball in P2 and Sixta with the P3. We have got a huge season for you guys on each Friday with a couple of breaks in between. Silverstone, which was today. We got Hockenheim, Red Bull Ring. Then we go to Canada. Then off to Abu Dhabi, Watkins Glen, Mexico. We go to Spa, Suzuka, Road Atlanta, Monza, Road America, Baku. And we end the season off the most fantastic F1 seasons at Interlagos in the spring. Next F1 Friday.